WWE's greatest Royal Rumble event is going to take place this Friday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 9 o'clock for those in the Pacific Time. So mostly everyone's going to be either at work or at school, and they're not going to get a chance to watch the show live. But I guess the North American audience is not the main target. This main target's the Saudi Arabian, Middle Eastern audience, which WWE has a huge 10-year deal with. It's supposedly $20 million a year, so it's like a $200 million deal over 10 years. They've stacked this card to the gills. This is like a WrestleMania-worthy card. Some people might even argue this show could end up being a better show than WrestleMania. That's not too hard to do, because WrestleMania was pretty disappointing this year, so that wouldn't shock me. However, there's a huge black cloud hanging over the show, and that's because where it's taking place. It's taking place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, in the King Abdullah International Stadium, there is not going to be any woman involved. This is one of the worst countries when you talk about women's rights. Most of the Middle East, not all, but virtually, the majority of them are very oppressive to women. Saudi Arabia is not considered to be as extreme as something like Syria or Iraq, but it's still extremely discrimination towards women. It's oppression towards women. They're not even allowed to show their faces. They have to be covered up. There's even laws in which women they're treated horribly. Gays are treated horribly. I'm sure we won't see Finn Balor's rainbow t-shirt. And the fact that WWE allowed this fucking country to discriminate against all the women is pathetic, because all the wrestlers, the male wrestlers, they're going to make big money here. They're not going in here and not just, it's any other payday. They're going to make big money. This is a big stadium. This is like 60,000 people could fit into the stadium. A show you're performing in front of 60,000 people, WWE's going to make all this money. The male wrestlers are making big money here. And the females are getting screwed, basically. They're not getting a chance because of this oppressive country towards women. It's discriminating against the women. And the whole female roster, I mean, they're probably pissed off. I'm sure they've been threatened heavily if they see anything, they're getting fired, because you haven't heard a peep out of anything, out of any employee. So I'm sure WWE has a lot of money in this. It's bullshit. I'm not looking forward to the show. It's really unsettling that they're going to this country. It's a very, and I've heard the big problem is the woman can wrestle. Everyone remembers Alexa Bliss wrestling Sasha Banks in Abu Dhabi, in which, again, they have, it was the first women's match there, even though I think it's been done before, but they made a big deal out of it. Triple H recently did an interview in which they want to eventually get women's matches there in the future, but I'm thinking to myself, fuck you guys. If you're going to go there, they're going to accept all wrestlers, all men and women. They're going to accept everyone and gay wrestlers, and you're going to go there, you're going to perform a show, and they're going to get exactly what WWE is. But, this whole thing, we have to respect our culture. Fuck your culture. That culture is bullshit. I don't give a fuck about Saudi Arabian culture. You fucking oppress women, you oppress gays. Your fucking culture can go to hell. It's fucking oppressive. It's like saying, America should we can't change American culture. Didn't change. American culture did change. Remember when women used to not be able to vote? They couldn't drive cars. Yeah, okay, yeah, but we have to respect that culture. It's oppressive to women. Whatever. So anyway, fuck you, Vince, for taking this deal. I know why they did it. It's just fuck you guys. Fuck Stephanie McMahon. Fuck your women's revolution. There's no fucking women's revolution. Just have blonde and big tits. You get a year-long title reign. That's basically what the formula is with the woman. Fuck you guys. Women it sucks. I mean, they're losing money. Let's be honest. They're losing money. They could be making big money here. So I'm going to do my predictions for this show. I'm not too interested. I won't be able to watch this live, but I'll give you my predictions. So you have John Cena and Triple H. This is a non-title match. This is a match that with two big stars has had absolutely no build-up. The way they've promoted the show, it feels like a house show. This whole show, with the exception of, I guess, Lesnar and Reigns and AJ and Nakamura, the rest of the show, the way that nothing's had any hype, it feels like a giant house show. That's a big deal in that city, and this kind of is, but they're making this a major event on the WWE Network. So a match with Cena and Triple H, again, it feels like a house show match the way they've built it. I'm going to go with John Cena to win. Triple H could win. What shocked me, I mean, he beat Jinder Mahal in India, so maybe he might be very popular in the Middle East, so Triple H could win. You know what? I'm going with Triple H. Screw it. I'm going with Triple H. I was originally thinking Cena because he got squashed. I'm saying Triple H wins. I think he's popular in the Middle East. I think he wins. So Triple H is my pick. Casket match. Undertaker, Rusev. This won't last 3 minutes, maybe 2.5 to 3 minutes. That's what I see it. Taker wins. It'll be exactly what you saw at Cena. He can't do anything. He's just going to beat Rusev, put him in a casket, he'll get cheered. There won't be any Rusev Day chance in the Middle East. There'll be pro Undertaker. Undertaker's probably huge there. I'd imagine he's probably very popular. Cruiserweight title, Cedric Alexander against Kalisto. So it wasn't Mustafa Ali. I thought there was a chance they put the belt on Mustafa Ali in that country, but if they're not going with him, they're obviously going to have Cedric Alexander retain. He's beating Kalisto easy. Could be a good match, but I think Kalisto, I mean, he's so bad on the mic, it kind of hurts his career, but I see Alexander for sure retaining. SmackDown tag titles, you have the Bludgeon Brothers against the Usos. Again, I don't see any chance the Usos win. Bludgeon Brothers are clearly retaining. They won the tag titles. It won't be a squash match like WrestleMania. They're going to give them a battle. It'll be a really good match probably with these two teams, but I think the Bludgeon Brothers win. And this card, it's a good card. The matches are good. It's disappointing the way the women are being treated. Now we have this arguably the worst match on the card. Raw tag titles, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy against Cesaro and Sheamus. I mean, have you ever seen a match so predictable? We already know Hardy and Wyatt have to win because if Cesaro and Sheamus win, they're going to SmackDown. And I mean, they didn't do a thing where you could have had 2 tag title matches and you could have had 2 sets of teams from each brand. So maybe you can tease that they're going to switch the tag titles, but they're not switching the tag titles because we already know Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy are winning. U.S. title match, Jeff Hardy and Jinder Mahal. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to go with... oh, shit. Damn, this match sucks. Oh, no. I'm going to say Jinder Mahal wins. I know. Jinder Mahal's winning. AJ Styles and Nakamura for the WWE Championship. I think these two are going to have a great match. I think they're really pissed off that they had such a disappointing match at WrestleMania. I think they're going to be really motivated to have a great match. But I'm going to say there's a no finish, but I don't think there should be a finish. I think you can't have AJ beat Nakamura again because the feud's over. I mean, he beats him cleanly twice. If he beats him cleanly twice... what's the point of, even doing another match? I don't understand. Like, you can't do any more matches if he beats him again. But I think there will be I'm going to say Nakamura wins by disqualification. I think AJ Styles gives Nakamura a low blow. I think they have a match. It's a great match, and then Nakamura goes for a low blow, but AJ gives Nakamura the low blow, and AJ gets disqualified, and they set up the rematch at Backlash. Because I think this is going to continue, but I'm going to go Nakamura by DQ, AJ retains. And they go to the match. I think will probably be the match of the night. Fatal 4-Way ladder match. Seth Rollins, Finn Bálor, Samoa Joe, and The Miz for the Intercontinental title. Wow. So I can easily see Joe and Miz winning. So I picked Mahal to win. I think there could be a change. I think they're going to get a change. I think the U.S. title goes to Raw and the IC title goes to SmackDown. Since I got Mahal winning, I'm going to go with, in this match, I'm going to say The Miz wins. I'm going to go with The Miz. I'm fine with the title change. I think he goes back to him. He goes back to SmackDown with the Intercontinental title. He's not feuding with Daniel Bryan yet. He'll probably lose the belt when he starts to feud with Daniel Bryan. But I think The Miz goes. I think Daniel Bryan will feud a big cast for a while, and he'll probably lose. But I think The Miz wins this Intercontinental title. Could go to Samoa Joe. I could see Joe winning. I could see a situation where Joe goes and defends the title. Maybe it's Joe and Reigns for the title versus title. That's possible. Then we go to the steel cage match, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. So I'm convinced the only reason Roman Reigns didn't win the title at WrestleMania was so he could have his big coronation ceremony in a place that might actually cheer him and like him. Unlike those damn Americans who hate him, who boo him all the time. How dare they go against Roman Reigns? Those damn Americans. I'm sure the Saudi Arabians, such great people. I'm sure the women can't even see because, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to go Roman Reigns. I hope. I think Brock could win. It wouldn't shock me, but I think Reigns wins. So now we go to the greatest Royal Rumble, 50-man Royal Rumble. I mean, when January comes, are we just going to kind of... This is like the third Royal Rumble in this year. You had the Men's Rumble, you had the Women's Rumble, and now you have this 50-man Rumble. And we don't know what the hell does anyone get here? Did they even get a title shot? You get some fucking trophy, that's all you're going to get? This is so stupid. Anyway, as to who wins... So I think Braun Strowman wins. He's my pick. Second choice is Daniel Bryan. I can't really see anyone else winning. I don't see Daniel Bryan winning unless they do something with Braun that everyone takes him out. I think Daniel Bryan's not going to be pushed very much. I think he'd be the only other choice I can see. And he could win, but I think it's going to go to Braun. Someone like John Cena could win. Because it's a foreign country, they might want a big star to win. That could happen. But I see Strowman taking it. I think Strowman's going to take it. I think he's going to get a big push. I'm going to go with Braun Strowman. I think Braun Strowman wins the Greatest Royal Rumble. And that'll be it for my predictions. I'm not looking forward to the show very much. It's disappointing how the company is allowing the woman to be discriminated against. So it is what it is. I mean, it's a good card. You can't deny it. It's extremely disappointing, and I think the company is I'll leave it at this. I'm going to quote the great Stephanie McMahon. Philanthropy is the future of marketing.